Hey, hello, beautiful. I just came out of the closet because I'm gonna go to the gym. Do you want to see the gym? My gym is actually one of the coolest gyms in my whole life, man. It's just this right here. This is my gym. It's beautiful, bro. Let me actually show you something, right? Because I'm gonna be talking to you about something amazing, something truly amazing. But before I even talk to you about anything amazing, I just want to show you this. Should I do pull-ups or dips? I'm gonna do pull-ups for a bit. Did you even see that? I don't even know if you saw that. I don't even know if you saw that, man. All right, let me tell you something. Stop trying to manifest, bro. Stop trying to do this whole manifestation thing. It's already yours. It's already been yours. Look at this. This thing, like, it's already been here. You know, nowadays I started to finally understand how the whole world works. Just by me literally talking about all these videos, it's given me more insight on how the entire world works. And the way it works is that I'm literally looking at the world as the matrix itself. I'm looking at it as the hologram itself. I'm looking at it as the effect itself. And the cause is just what's starting here. That's the way I'm looking at it now, and it's making way more sense. When you think a thought, imagine like there is, you know, when you watch the movie The Matrix, right? When there's like those people in the background where they're just like, you know what, he thought this, okay, click some buttons and then pop it out in the Matrix, and there it comes out. That's how I'm thinking of it. Like, it's like you just think a thought, and then the people in the background, I'm just giving you an analogy, right? The people in the background, they're just like, you know what, and then things just come out on the outside. But things start always here. Things are always starting from the inside. The outside is just the cause. Even me, like, look at this forest behind me. This beautiful forest, which is actually dying down. That's just the cause right there. That's just the effect, actually, not the cause. It's the effect. The cause is the thing that's inside you. It's the imagination. And you know what's one person? Because I know when you guys hear me talk about this stuff, some Muslim people, they're like, nah, this is just some false things. These are just some false things. You know who's one person that truly talked about these things that I'm like, that's beautiful? Ibn al-Arabi. Sheikh al-Akbar, Ibn al-Arabi, he talked about that. And from there on, I was just like, you know what, bro? This is it. Like, this is, he's like, the imagination is the reality. The imagination is the reality. What you imagine, you always see into the outside world. That's why when you see someone, their life is a certain way, you can't help but blame that certain someone. That's why fat people, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to say this, like people that are like that way more, usually they're the ones that have the lives of them usually hating themselves. Trust me, I've never seen a single fat person that truly loves themselves, because if they actually love themselves, they're not going to be destroying the same vehicle that Allah has given them. Let me do more. Can you even see? I don't even know, but let's just go. So the entire reality is what's happening within you first. Think of what's happening within you. What's happening within you is the greatest thing. Look at your emotions, see what's happening. Like, why is there certain emotions within you? And then these emotions are usually a byproduct of something that you saw, something that you heard, something that you thought of. And that is why, like, listen. Nowadays, I only try to put my attention on what's happening here. What's happening here. This gives you so much power back, because if you're broke right now, stop trying to change the outside. It's so silly to go and change the outside. Stop trying to change the outside. Only change the inside. The inside. If you have, for example, your parents are, I don't know, they're annoying you, there's something wrong within you. It's not the parents. The parents are just a byproduct of what's happening within you. So go change the inside. And that's so beautiful, because it'll truly make you want to go and start meditating. It'll truly make you want to go and just observe what's happening within you, because now you're just like, oh, so that's the whole reason. Is just you understand so much about who you are, man. And that's why I'm making these videos right now, because I truly want you to understand that. Truly want you to understand that. So for example, again, like back when I was completely broke, here's what happened, right? Like I would start making some money. I would change something in here, and then I would start making some money, and then I'm like, oh wow, now I'm making money. And then one day comes where I don't make as much money, and that's when I go through like a spiral where I'm like, no, I didn't make enough money. No, things are going bad now. And then I start into like a loop, right? I'm like, I see the outside, and then I'm like, no, the outside is telling me that I'm not as good anymore. I'm not as good as I am anymore. Even though on the outside is fine, like it's just your own interpretation. Like you made $0 one day, it's your own interpretation that says this is bad. And so you'd start panicking, thinking that this is truly bad. And then on the inside, you're just like, nah, this is horrible. And then you start to feel more broke. You're like, wait, well, how am I going to pay that bill? Oh no, how am I going to pay that bill? And then you just start to go into a downward loop of just negative overthinking constantly. And this negative loop is going to result in more things that come out on the outside. That's why this is why it's called jihad and nafs. Jihad, and like think about it. Jihad, the outside jihad, is going and fighting in the cause of Allah. But on the inside, there's a whole world on the inside. So it's literally also going and fighting for the cause of Allah. You're literally fighting these emotions. You're fighting these thoughts. But in reality, if you're truly a master and you're smart, you're not really fighting. You're not really fighting. All you're doing is you're sitting and you're observing. You're observing like the master that you are, because you are the master. This whole vehicle that Allah has given you, you are the master of it. So don't be neglecting this vehicle. These thoughts that are happening, you're the master of them. You are not them. You're just the master of them. These feelings that are coming, you're not them. You're the master of them. So sit down and truly understand that Allah has given you a massive power, a massive responsibility that you've been neglecting. You've been neglecting. You being the Khalifa of Allah is a big deal. Don't ever forget that. You've always been the Khalifa of Allah. And so when you start to realize that, dang, bro, so I am actually the Khalifa of Allah, and then you start to rule over your own kingdom, and the kingdom starts from within. You have an entire kingdom. Like, think about it. Think of all the organs that you have. Think of the arms that you have. Your right arm and your left arm. Your right wing and your left wing. You have the eyes that you see. You have... I just noticed my tongue is blue because I'm methylene blue. You have all these different mechanisms that you have within you. This is literally a whole kingdom. Like when you look at an actual physical kingdom, it's literally a manifestation of what's happening within you too. Like it's like a mirror. So then when you look at yourself, you're also a kingdom. So learn how to rule over your kingdom. And then seek Allah. Put your attention on Allah. You put your attention on Allah, you're putting your attention on the infinite. That's why I'm saying stop trying hard to manifest. There is no need. No need. No need, man. Because when you put your attention on Allah, you're already putting your attention on the infinite. You're putting your attention on the master of everything else. And on the master of you. And then when you're putting your attention on Allah, it's like Ar-Razzaq, man. Ar-Razzaq, Al-Ghani. The more you put your attention on Allah, the more Allah starts giving you gifts. And that's when you start to get the qualities. The same names, the 99 names of Allah, you start to embody them. Allah said that I become the eyes in which He sees with, the hand in which He touches with, the legs in which He walks with. And that's what Shaykh Ibn al-Arabi used to say. He's like, it's like you literally start to embody the qualities. And that's a big statement, by the way. But again, when you get shocked from that statement, understand, if you're getting shocked, then you're listening to me from the ego point of view. And that's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to from the real you. And the real you understand that, wow, this is the power that Allah has given us. And then when you start to live through this power, poverty doesn't exist. Doesn't exist because that's not from the paradigm you're operating from. Depression doesn't exist. Anxiety doesn't exist. It's all just the opposite. Abundance, peace, bliss, that becomes your world, because that's the world that Allah wills for you. That's the world that Allah is giving to all the creation of Allah. Like the trees live in abundance. The animals live in abundance. All this beautiful nature, they all live in abundance. They don't think. The bird just comes out and goes and gets his food and comes back all full. Do you know what I mean? But you, the only reason why you're not living in abundance is because you've strayed away from this message. You've strayed away from the only message there is in the world, which is La ilaha illallah. It's the most beautiful message in the world. That's why I'm saying no need to manifest, man. No need to manifest. So anyway, hoping this was helpful. Do you like my setup though? This is all I do is just pull-ups, dips, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, push-ups. I say this is like 5-in-1. I get to do pull-ups, I get to do dips, I get to do abs, I get to do push-ups here at the bottom, and then I get to do squats, just right there, squats, which doesn't really involve the machine, but still 5-in-1, right? Anyway, man, my tongue is blue because I just had methylene blue. So if this was helpful, just let me know.